have a question. But first, roll that beautiful book intro. Will Brandon Sanderson have to finish A Song of Ice and Fire too? Why are my pups so cute? Why does the UK always get the best looking book covers? Did anyone ever actually smell what The Rock was cooking? Why can't Hollywood focus on creating new content when it comes to movies instead of rebooting ones they have no business touching? When a character is labeled a villain in an author's story, why does it people just automatically accept they are the villain? Why don't they ever care to delve into that character's story to see why they are the way they are? Are they really a villain, or did we just make them one? Why did they redeem Ben Solo only to freaking immediately kill him off? What up, nerds? Welcome back to the Nerdy Narrative. So last month I was introduced to a fantastic way to read more books. And I know all of your ears just perked up because who doesn't want to read more books? And that's audiobooks. I decided to give it a try last month. What finally drove me to try it again is I wanted to read Revolver by Michael Patrick Hicks. And he was giving away free copies in audiobook format. And at first, that deterred me. I thought about it a little while and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna give this a try. And I absolutely love it. It's a great way to read while you're doing things that have to be done. Housework, cooking, walking, anything like that. Audiobooks are fantastic. I do find that I don't retain as much when I am listening to an audiobook, because one thing that I do that helps me when I'm reading is I always have a notebook. I have it right here, right now. This notebook contains all my notebooks about everything. What I'm watching, what I'm reading. I like to jot down things that stand out to me and quotes, page numbers, things of that nature, and it just helps me retain more information. When I'm listening to an audiobook, I'm usually doing a task that won't allow me to just stop and jot down notes. So there is that. I still found a way to make it work. I am someone who, I don't typically read a book just once. If I love it, I read it several times. I have found that using audiobooks to reread is perfect. I've already read it once. I know the general gist of it. There's a few things I might have just forgotten. Audiobooks come in handy for that very reason. I'm currently listening to The Help by Catherine Stockett. I've seen the movie and I've read the book once already. And so I decided to give it a try on audiobook, and the narrators are just fantastic. And so since I've already read it, absolutely just pure enjoyment. But my question here is this. For those of you who also enjoy listening to books in the audio format, have you found that it helps you read better when you pick up a physical book to read? Have you noticed that you read better? And what I mean by that is, I am really bad about when I am in a book, my eyes will just start going crazy, and I think I do more skimming than actual reading, and so the material just doesn't soak in properly. And then I'll be talking about it with somebody and they're like, oh, but did you notice this? And I'm like, no, I didn't. And I probably just skipped right over it. But ever since I have started listening to audiobooks, I've noticed that when I pick up my physical book, I'm actually reading it in my head like a narrator narrates the audiobook, which is fantastic. A lot of people will listen at really high rates. I can't. 1.10 is like the max I can handle it. I guess it's part of being Southern. I talk slow and I listen slow. I really appreciate audiobooks slowing me down in my physical reading. The words hit different when I read them, where I'm hearing the words in my mind, I'm enjoying it more. It's really slowed down my reading but that's okay because I'm getting more out of it. And I was just wondering if anybody else had noticed that as well, or if it's just me being an odd duck. Drop me a comment below. Have you noticed it? Maybe you haven't noticed it, but you will after watching this next time you pick up a book. Let me know, guys. I'd love to hear from you. As always, thank you for stopping by and visiting me in my little corner of the world. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.